Start. It was in 2008, early 2008, when we organized Sydney visit for Dr. Parthasarathy, and it was in one of the pravachanas that he talked about Vishnu Sahasranama. I had listened to Vishnu Sahasranama and chanted it for many years, but it was for the first time when he explained, I understood the importance and the glory of the Vishnu Sahasranama. He said what it can do to us if it is chanted with devotion and bhakti. And he also told that the Lord guarantees the benefits as told in the Palashruti. And as part of that, he also mentioned that he is now starting a movement called Vishnu Sahasranama Chakra, which means 11 families come together, they recite for 11 days, and on each day they recite 11 times. Being in the audience, and then I was in such a mood after listening to the Vishnu Sahasranama, I was just taken in by the stotra, and I said, we must do this. And I decided to do it even without consulting anyone in Rajendran and Rekha's house, because I had somehow, it was actually as part of the thing, Dr. Parthasarathy had said, whatever sankalpa you take, the Lord will help you achieve it. So when I decided, I thought we are doing it for him and he would find a way for us. So after the talk, and some of us met there itself and said, why not we do it? And everybody said, we will do it. And it was like a family coming together, and we said we had some apprehensions about how long it would take and how it would work out on business days, working days and all that. But somehow I was convinced that yes, if you have to do Lord's work, there's always some challenges, and then He will help overcome us. So that's the first thing, or the first time that the glory of the thing was told to us by Dr. Parthasarathy, and I'm ever grateful to him for having started us on this movement, because we have done it for 3 years, and every year has been such a memorable year. And there's so many good things that have happened to us, to me and Pushpa. Probably it will take more time to do it, but what happened to us in the last 1 year is in our immediate memory, and that was the marriage of our daughter Ujjwala, and that too, she got married to one of our close friends' sons, that is Lakshmi and Jagannath, and Jagannath's father, Madharao, and my father were friends for over 60 years. So, like He showed in His own way that yes, anybody who just does chanting of his name gets blessed with such things in life, and I have no words to express, just to say, how grateful we are. But to me, when we did the chanting this year, 2010, all the 11 days, all I did was, in the chanting, just to say thank you, the Lord, for what you have given us, for what you have taken care of us, for the way you have kept us. The recent good news that Praveen, who was in London, got relocated to Sydney, and that's another good news for us. So as parents, we wouldn't like to see any of our children away. That became true. So for me, the last 3 years has been a period of great expectation, a period of great celebration, and a period of great exuberance and the way to say thank you to the Lord. That has been my thing, and I would like to confirm that we would like to do it with the family that we have, with the 11 families that have come together for the last 3 years. I'm very sure that we'll continue this into the future. Thank you so much.
Pushpa, good experience, please.
First time when we thought that actually it was Jagadish who started that, and I was always in consent to whatever he takes the step in our spiritual practice. So, but the challenge was, I was not very fluent in reciting the Vishnu Sahasranama. So the first thing I did was to sit down and listen to the CDs and learn the pronunciation correctly. And the first time we were looking at the books, all of us were looking into the books and reciting. The second time, last year, it was very good. We were really getting very good at reciting. And this time, 2010, when I was reciting, actually I was enjoying each name, each of Lord's name. I was actually looking into the book, and the literature or the words, actually it seemed to me like one of the Vishnu's rupas. Actually, when I was looking at Vishnu Vashatkaro, the V, the writing V, actually it was looking to me like the Lord himself. That's how I enjoyed. I reveled in each of the names I was pronouncing. And it so happened that it was the 4th day of our 11th day Chakra, and I remember it was the 5th time we were reciting. And the 77th shloka, Vishwamurtir Mahamurtir Deeptamurtir Amurtiman. I don't know, I was so engrossed in that particular name of the Lord. And especially when I recited that, and probably that was the same time somebody offered Tulsi Mala to the Lord. And the Tulsi smell, it just triggered me into that ecstasy. I don't know what happened. I was just reveling in that Nama Sankirtana, and especially I can even now bring that vision to myself, that I was seeing a column of light, and I forgot what was happening all around me. And I must have just closed my eyes, and I could feel that my hands and body was getting so stiff, and I don't know what was happening around me. And later on, people told me that they were offering me water, and I don't even know really. And that's my feeling, and my reveling in that has stayed probably for the whole of that recitation. And after that, for the 6th time is when we started, I think I started coming back to this world. I was in the other world actually. I was only getting this vision of that column of light, and I was just reveling. And I could realize then later when I got consciousness of this world, my hands were just frozen. It was like a stone. And I could feel that it was now coming back to normalcy, and I had to just do like this to come to normalcy. And I'm looking at myself, and my pallu was all wet with tears. And after that, Jagadish was sitting next to me reciting. He was still reciting, and he just offered me the handkerchief. And then I got to my consciousness that I was somewhere else. And that stamba, the column of light, it was coming to me ever since, until the 11th time recitation. Whenever I closed my eyes, that was what I was viewing. And that has been my experience in this chakra this time.
Thank you, Pushpa. Pushpa, she is called with all the appreciation and respect as Lata Mangeshkar of Sydney, Nightingale of Australia. She is a very great bhakte. I generally consider her as another Meera, Bhakta Meera. And her experience, when she was chanting the 77th shloka of the Vishnu Sahasranama, Vishwamurti Mahamurti Deeptamurti Murtiman, that Mahamurti, that magnificent Murti of the Lord, she could feel, she could visualize it. She had the darshan, sakshatkar. But that is the speciality. In Bhagavata, if you give your heart, if you throw your heart and start listening to Bhagavata, chanting the Bhagavata, contemplating on Bhagavata, you can see Krishna, you can experience the presence of Krishna. In Vishnu Sahasranama, if you chant, at the time of chanting, if you just forget this world, enter into that celestial world, you can experience the presence of Lord Mahavishnu, and that has happened to Pushpa.